And back we are. Timestamps should exist in case you just want to skip forward to a certain point in the, well, the playthrough really. I was going to say video, but you get the point. We're here. We're trying to do our best, and I think I'm trying to still build agility. It's a little tricky because my just everything else is not as effective, but guess we'll do the best of what we've got. So, I think I would actually need some recovery for the purpose of making sure I have more effective HP to use Curse when need be. Now, the problem with that is that, well, aside from just missing because of Asian, I'm pretty sure... Can Curse miss? Guaranteed? No. Just damage. It's not guaranteed. So, yeah, we're hoping that nothing bad happens and that we don't get knocked out before we can use Curse, theoretically speaking. But yeah, if someone defends, if we miss outright, then we run into an issue. That's all I have to say. Both defense, eh? Guess we'll just Ice Veil. We do lose HP for this. Does that count towards our Curse? Should have taken a look at that, but it doesn't look like it, funny enough. Damage taken. But it doesn't include certain types of damage, question mark? But yeah, nothing much I can do at the moment. I might actually have to end up using a healing item, which is very, very funny. But it's more like pain to me. 50,000 or less, yeah. We'll use the big one. We should have enough gold to buy more recovery items at the shop. But as for what else happens, also, yeah, just continued evasion. Do I have accuracy, by the way? Let me check really quickly. Nothing. Just looking for accuracy. I do not. So, well, Windblade again, if nothing else. If we get breath, it's fine, but I would have liked to have done this kind of normally, if that makes any sense, to all targets. Also defense, but I've already doing the breath. I mean, not that I could have seen it, but hey. So, if we, I mean, we might as well throw it out. If we miss, we miss. If we don't, we don't. Okay, and we hit. So that's what I wanted to see. But otherwise, yeah, it's not really an agility build if we're not using it as our main source of damage. It does do quite a bit of damage, but the problem is that we are not dealing enough damage and we're a little squishy. But we'll see how things turn out. Yeah, this is looking really, really strange. But as we enter our next festival, I mean, if we don't see agility, we take some kind of defense. Probably vitality, but we'll take the lower of the two. Because we're not using strength or intelligence as much. Again, we're basically just sitting back and waiting for our breath while dealing the little damage we can deal with agility, or buffing ourselves. Either one. Govern sleep, so Ice Veil will be useful. What is less useful are these ingredients, but I don't have a real choice in the matter. We do have the, I forgot what the item is called. Actually, I want to check now. Artifact, Magic Piggy Bank for max 3,000 gold per week based on 10%. Now, I could visit the shop. Do we have more shops available? I feel like we do. I can't scroll up. I assume we do, so I'm just going to fight the small calamity instead. I did already lose in this playthrough, so there's no point trying to. I mean, someone could probably just end up telling me that, hey, you don't get anything for going through a whole playthrough without losing, but shrug, right? So, I'll Windblade first. We should be moving first almost all the time, if not every time. So when I use Ice Veil here, I won't get thorns, is what I'm trying to say. Although we will be taking damage for it, it's less of a worry because of any damage that we would take from dots or anything would probably be just as bad. Basically, the effective HP I lose from just taking the status effects should always be higher than the amount of damage that Windblade does to myself. Now, the fact that we're just using physical attacks is not great, because as you can see, we're not dealing a lot of damage, but again, the other part of this is that we're just holding out for breath so we can do true, well, I think it's true damage, but anywho. So back to Windblade we go. Does that do a lot of damage? It kind of does. I mean, it's definitely more than us punching, but yeah, Ice Veil. Does that count towards my Curse? Let's ask the question. No. It's only damage taken, so we're literally just waiting for breath to deal as much damage as possible. Not that we don't have to worry about some kind of enrage, so I mean, I guess it's fine, but the real question is whether or not I'll have to, well, the answer seems to be no, but whether or not I'll have to use a healing item. The answer seems to be no. Is that just strictly the amount of agility I have? It looks like it. Magic. We're not using magic, so we're probably just gonna end up taking that. Healing effect, sure, but we need the BP because, yeah, our other source of damage is literally gonna be Dragon Breath. So, sure. Yeah, we have a bit of training left, so we might as well take the maximum stamina. Stamina. But yeah, moving on. So besides eating and fighting, well, you can be sleeping. Oh, I am typing the wrong things on the keyboard. Drooping. But it will set you apart from calamity dragons, says me over and over again. So, literally didn't pay anything for this ingredient. But, I mean, we're looking for higher rarity ingredients, so that's not always a good thing. We just keep fighting small calamities? Yeah, keep fighting small calamities. This is all for getting things at the shop. Good artifact would be cool, but we're really looking for recovery items, so... Large damage, low accuracy. Do I risk it? Let's just take it. We have Curse. That's why I'm willing to take some damage, and on turn 10 we get a shield, so hey. Shield damage does count towards Curse, I believe, right? Well, let's hope for the best. I mean, otherwise I could just sit here and, because my punch does little to no damage anyway, so I might as well just sit here and defend. And just let Windblade do most of the work. I could Ice Veil, but we're not taking debuffs. And even if we did take debuffs, unless it's one I care about, there's not really any reason. But we will punch just to get BP. After that, though, we're just going to try to save on damage. Hot-Blooded Headbutt also helping out. But, again, Windblade damage, dots, and Dragon Breath when needed. 99, but it doesn't really matter. We're out. That's the whole point. Was that every 8 turns I get Heavy Fi? Well, a bit slow, but doesn't matter. For small calamities. For bosses, we'll see what happens when we run into Moon. Moon, right? Is that the name? Anywho. Nearly 10,000 gold. Magic focus, bleh. Physical power, bleh. But increased accuracy. Breath always hits, so we might as well just take the passive. Unless we have a fan. No, we don't. Just make our punch do a little bit more damage. Better than nothing. But yeah, we're really just looking to increase agility, if for no other reason than to get the achievement. Now, whether or not we complete the training successfully is a different story. But yeah, this is saving us a lot of gold in ingredients, especially if they're cheap ones. Would have liked to work with Lupika, but we don't have stamina, so hey. Let's add an item that recovers stamina, but you get the point. Morgangiana's backstory, but off we go. We really are not getting anything, so we can take no, probably take resilience. Nope, that's not a lot of resilience, so we'll just take... Oh my goodness, that's bad either way. You know what? Yeah, just take resilience. We'll take the lower of the 2 defensive stats and just try to even it out and see how well we do. Ulupika? Nope. Alright, just the coup event then. Take it home and open it. I don't even know what I just got, but hey, we'll eat this in. And if you get charged for it, well, hey, we'll find out. November week 1 is when we ate the inn. And we'll grab some more agility. Nom 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 nom. But yeah, that seems like the thing. 11 month, but it doesn't just say November. Now that being said, if I could move on to like the topic of development in terms of like writing, in terms of what shows on in dialogue and text, it can be, it's not like the most, it's actually quite a simple thing, but basically translating a number variable like month 11 to the name of an English month, which for those who don't know Japanese, essentially that is, it's not really a name, you're just, there's a different title of months in Japanese, and I'm not gonna say it correctly at the moment because my mind is trying to do my best to spin and make strategy work here. But basically, you're not saying January, February, March, and April in Japanese. That's why things were that's part, at least part of, if you were to ask me, part of the reason why the translation was like that. But again, if there was like some kind of function or way to translate the names, or like say like, hey, because essentially what's probably being fed into the game, again, I don't know for sure, is that the game is getting the time of month, so month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a number, and then you toss that into something and just make it spit out a name. January, February, March, and April, relative to the month. Shrug, that's all I have to say. So month 1, or say game month equals 1 is January, game month equals 2 equals February, so on and so forth. Now, it gets a little bit iffy if you use like custom names, because maybe the world that the characters live in don't use English names, but again, it's not really that much. It's not really that complicated to fix something like that. Dragon Breath. Ow. By the way, what's marking do? I just wanted to take that just to see, but I guess we're not going to see what it does. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just, when you're trying to compare and remember things, I guess it can be a little lack of quality of life. What is this? Cooldown reduction to apply more Windblade? Yeah. This is nice too, but that lowers my defense, of which I already have low defense, so we're gonna take the Windblade increase for agility build. And again, I'm sure I've made some mistakes here and there, but I'm less likely to make a mistake on... Even though I have made a lot of mistakes in Japanese or game development, or game design, than any other topic of life, really. Strength, intelligence. Boy, I wish I could, boy, I wish I could re-roll this. I can't, though, so we'll just take the stronger of 2 options, because we're not using magic attacks, and we are using physical attacks, so... Hey, we didn't eat an inn on the 2nd week. So I can ignore this, I believe. And let's just do another coup event. So stamina for gold, and that's enough, because if we don't get a lot of gold, then it's not worth it. Basically, I'm gambling against myself. I'm sure there's a chance to get more gold, or maybe it's just a stamina dump for a little less gold than what you would normally get per. But while we have the gold to work with, we might as well, especially since the shop's coming up, and I like to use the shop. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. We'll open this box as well. I think there's an artifact in it normally, right? So let me actually see, because if I skip through this, it skips through what I actually get. 3 BP per turn. Well, it's a nice boost, especially since we've already run into a battle in which we hit 99 BP. So... I mean, I guess it will do me some good. But yeah, as it says there, Vitality decreases damage from physical attacks, and Resilience decreases damage from magical attacks. So, if it wasn't already apparent, hey, let's grab more HP while grabbing a little bit of agility. We should be able to complete this run in this video, especially since, unless we run into another hidden boss somewhere. But, just gonna take a quick peek in agility, but, no, I want to keep defense. I've already played with evasion, and I've only played with it once, but that was enough to show me that, boy, oh boy, was it very painful. Unless you're running an evasion build, but that's a different story. Restore stamina. Yeah, we still have some turns left, so we might as well recover stamina so we don't have to rest. Even though resting will probably give me just as much. If I wanted to speed this up, I would just go to this random event, which we will. I don't like the way you said that. Go far away. Blah. Maybe we get an agility breath somehow? I don't know the breaths, so let's hope. 75 BP AoE, never mind. Village tree, yeah, we'll eat that. We're getting more wild, which is not good for in-battle commands, but I said I wanted to go towards rule. Here I am, just letting Ku eat anything she wants. Hey, yeah, might as well. We reduced stamina, but we recovered stamina earlier, so we're just breaking even. And into the shop we go. There's an Olupika week, but it's too late now. And let's see. So BP, recover. Basically, just going to buy a bunch of recovery. Harpy Sword is nice too. Poison, increased power of large attacks, excluding breath attacks. Fighting small calamities, no. And let's see if we can reroll. We will. 2 rerolls, unless we just buy a bunch of stuff. We don't need the strength. Wild, recover HP. Lone, max stamina, recover HP maybe. We'll just go for it. This is the last week before the fight anyway, so we might as well spend a bunch of gold so that we'll get it back. Probably don't have a lot left, but hey. Max stamina attacks are guaranteed to be crits. Not really as helpful. Skill inspiration. Remove all negative effects. But yeah, you know what, we'll get it. And then one more reroll because we're going to run out of gold in a moment. Or to my liking, anyway. 40 stamina for 2,500 gold. That's probably worth it. Marking. Next incoming attack is guaranteed to hit. Better to have it not needed. Health supplement. Towards a rule. We can buy more dragon fruit. Yeah, we'll grab the thing. And let's see. Max stamina. Every 5 turns recover again. Slightly increased effect when personality shifts. Or survival kit. So now we just used up all of our gold. I didn't mean to do that, but I want to play with these effects. So, well, hey. But on to Moon we go. Anyway. Wait, so if the question mark Morgantiana is the mama, not really a spoiler at this point if you're watching this, but anywho. Something. I was gonna say something, but I need to focus on this. Yeah, then the player would be the dad, but anywho. Can we stack those? Remove all positive effects from ourself, but then Windblade. But I want Ice Veil. I mean, I guess we don't need to punch? Question mark? Well, actually, if we get... No, because all of our damage is coming from it anyway. Yeah, we'll play with Gus. If this doesn't work out... Again, it's not like I care, because I've already lost this run once anyway. We don't lose more for losing more. Let me repeat that. We don't lose anything more from losing to enemies more. But anywho... I think we also have Brawl Outside, yeah, so we deal 10% to everyone. I don't really care about that, but I sense we do move first, so hey. Actually, that would have removed... Yeah, I should have used Gust first, but it's fine. We have Windblade as a fallback, so we don't get put to sleep. And here we sit. I think Windblade goes through... goes through, right? Goes through Heavy Fi? I guess we're gonna find out. I can't tell. Seems like the answer is a little bit yes, but... Well, I'll try to pay attention to the damage as Moon keeps getting more stacks of Heavy Fi. Keeping in mind, we don't have Strip, so hey. I don't even know or remember if Dragon Breath gets its damage decreased by a thing. So let's Gust now. And we should be quick enough. Oh no, we do strip buffs from the boss. Question mark? I'm going crazy, but anywho. Yeah, we should definitely have the agility to outspeed the boss every turn, save for a priority skill, but obviously we're just trying not to get put to sleep, so hey. Does that increase the effects? No, it just increases the duration, which is helpful as well, but we'll still defend. I know we have Curse, so we actually want to be taking damage here and there, but yeah, we have Survival Kit and an RNG heal, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Hypno Breath. We defend against this, and we just let Moon slap us really hard with magic. Should really be checking Curse. Oh, yeah, I'll check Curse now. So 19,938. Does that count the shield damage? I have to do some math now because we're going to get... Nope, we didn't. Well, sadness. Let's see. Yeah, 19. Yeah, so doesn't count shield damage. Only damage done to HP, I guess. But, hey... we don't have Ice Veil. We just lost Ice Veil. So you know what? Does this strip the boss? Oh, never mind. Ignoring commands. Although we did the thing again, so it's fine. I think we still get to do Windblade. We do. And I'm not sure what is being mitigated there. But, I mean, at this point, we just do Curse and get out. Rawr. And also, Heavy Fi doesn't affect... I mean, it makes sense. It increases Vitality and Resilience, I believe Heavy Fi does. And neither Curse nor Windblade are attacks that do either, because they're more like true damage. Always first star scale to self. Reduce damage taken by 95%. Otherwise, string, blah, blah, blah. Massive physical damage, substitution dodge the next attack. Guaranteed. But only once, so... Yeah, every 7 turns, but considering the final boss has Starfall, might be life-saving. We can do a lot of damage in 7 turns anyway. Hey, Goo. I think this is Goo, right? I am Divine Dragon Goo. Question mark. I used to be like you, and now we're gonna continue being like her until the game gets updated to 1.0. I was gonna say a thing, but I don't know if it would have been true, so I'm not gonna say it. But anywho, moving on. Let's see what happens. Do we have any catalogs? No, we'll just take resilience then. So we get some gold back, slowly getting about 2,000 per week for the moment. And yes, I guess I will fight. Yes, I guess I will fight a small calamity. I don't know when my tone of voice changed. On a random note, that was something I have trouble with in just any... Well, English has the same thing. What I mean by that is... that... Could I have stripped buffs there? Now I'm going crazy. Well, we're going to defend just... Well, no, we're just going to take this in the face. Okay, we do strip... Okay, we strip their buffs. The way that it's worded sounds like it strips our own buffs. Because buffs apply to the self. Yeah, let's talk about this. So buffs apply to the self. So the way this is worded says remove all positive effects. Should say from enemy or from self. I know that maybe might extend the thingamajiggy to the text too far, but it was really confusing. I mean, obviously you use it and it's fine, but it's just a small quality of life thing. Anywho. Actually, we do care about this, so we will Ice Veil. Keeping in mind that Ice Veil damage to self does not increase the power of Curse. Shrug, that's the end of the sentence. Also, I think it's going to fall off. Yeah, it did fall off. I was going to check our defensive thing if it was just Vitality or something else, but it's fine. We'll just extend our Windblade. But yeah, so intonation in language basically is something that I was, I'm not great at, basically. And if that wasn't already apparent for those who've watched my videos before, those who haven't watched it know that I've kind of just... When I speak, even in English... Hey. Also... hold on, let me just... Yeah, my intonation can be really weird, which makes the meaning of my words sound different. On top of the fact that I kind of just stumble over my words. Anyway, so I'm even less... what's the word? Understandable. That's the best word I can come up with. Vitality, strength, or intelligence. Fine, we take vitality. We can get our agility to 10,000. The question is, did I need any other stats other than agility and HP? Well, I guess we'll find out. It's sad that she'll have to lead the villagers one day, but as we get another item shop week... If there's nothing, we'll just skip because, yeah, I want to keep this money for the moment. And we'll burn everything at the last shop. There's usually a shop right before the final boss, if I recall. Otherwise, Ulupika would be nice as well to get more plant rarity, increased ingredient chance per week, but I just feel that shopping here is a lot stronger. I'm forgetting the name of the shop and the NPC. Yes, that's why I'm not being specific. But we have a lot of dragon fruit, but it's because I don't know for sure. That's not going to help as much. Not going to help as much. Not going to help as much. So, I mean, we might as well just reroll now. I know at least one more time just to see. And we don't need 10,000 HP. That's not quite a lot. It's nice to have an extra, but... Yeah, and yeah, this is nothing. None of these are going to help us particularly, so... we can reroll one more time. Again, I'm looking to spend a bit of gold, but if I can't get anything, sure, why not, right? Might as well just use it. Another 10,000, poison increase, lone increase, dog barking in the background, and less likely to fail. We do have quite a bit of turns left, but I don't really care about that. And one more voucher use. Might as well, we didn't get anything. Nullifies the next buff gain. I feel like there's something the final boss puts on themselves. Yeah, I know, dog. There's something the boss puts on themselves. But, I mean, I could actually just make a cut here, because these Drapline videos are edited, but we'll just sit here for the moment. Let's take another look. Slightly increased effect when getting rule. I don't know what that exactly... I assume that you get more rule per increase, but anywho. We'll just move on with life. Take a drink of water. My voice! Take resilience, question mark? Yeah, we should have enough turns to look for agility, but we will reroll ingredients when we get to basically a low rarity ingredient turn. 30 left. Yeah, we can fight the small calamity, I guess. It just makes the video longer, really. But if you're speedrunning for whatever reason, I mean, fighting small calamities can't be good for time. We will Ice Veil, but we're just going to take this damage in the face. Just so we can get more curse value. But otherwise... Windblade first, then Gust, so we can strip buffs. And just making sure what Exaltation does. Yeah, level increases per stack, and strength and intelligence increase per. But, well, we can continue to wait for the moment. Yeah, we can continue to wait for the moment. Especially if we get turns on which we heal on RNG. That we do have a guaranteed heal, but again, it comes so sparingly. Yeah, let's gust. We get Windblade, we get punched, we get a survival kit, recovery, and more things can happen. Also, yeah, we do have an extra 12% evasion, I believe. Hold on, let me just make sure. Passive skills. Blah, 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 blah. I thought we did. Otherwise, how did we make... Yeah, 12% evasion. So 12% chance of dodging. 15%, literally. And if this isn't one shot, they will go down soon. Yeah. You did it! Coup. Start a battle, regeneration. Reduce cooldown. AoE. Do I have any fans? I do, but I don't think I need... I'll take Worry Word. In case we need to use it. I'm pretty sure that was an active skill. But no Calico. I mean, I could get more rerolls, but I don't think I need to. So off we go. 8 weeks left till the end, and this is... Oh, we don't have the stamina! It's fine. Yeah, we don't get as much agility because our agility is already high, but it's giving us a lot of agility anyway, and we get supersonic agility. Agility reached S rank, or 10,000. Went over 10,000. No, my... When I want to work for Ulupika without a shop week, sadness happens. Well, so there's something happening in between. But you eat for me. But anywho, more agility again. You know what? Why not? We're going full throttle here. Might as well. But although we do need gold at some point. So okay, fine, Quinn. We work for you. No. We'll do that next run and see how far we can get like that. You can't eat everyone. I don't know how much you would need to, but... how much you would need to eat before something happens, let's just say. But we'll reroll here once. And... intelligence down, that helps. But since I actually want to take damage... Oh yeah, and then Unsettled purposely does that. Yeah, we'll take a passive healing increase. Now that I know that we have RNG recovery and guaranteed recovery, I don't know... I don't remember the names of which is which, but you get the point. We have recovery. Shrug, that's the end of the sentence. And then we also have things that scale off HP, that's why we're taking more HP than defense. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So, eat the box. Get defense. Do I have a confectionery box? I wish I could check. Well, sure. We can take out a loan if need be. Now, we are getting a really, really wild coup, but shrug, right? So, I assume the odds are very, 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 very high. But for the moment, nom, more agility. If we can get a small calamity, that would be nice. Here's the thing, by the way. Do we have a confectionery box? No, we have to take a loan. Hey, Calico! But otherwise, yeah, we'll fight the small calamity for the sake of a thing. If we saw Ulupika, I would have worked for her, but... Shrug. And now we just trade blows. And by trade blows, I mean we apply Windblade to ourselves and then just punch. Well, we don't have punch, that's right. Never mind, never mind. We didn't do Wind Veil, but I don't mind just taking this in the face, so we're going to be stunned for a while. But that just makes the battle faster, since I don't have to click as much. But anywho, now we'll Wind Veil, might as well. So that we also get something out of our recovery. But, yeah, all we're really doing is just sitting here, letting things happen. Actually, I should have left Exaltation on that one, but the other one will be hitting me as well. Even then, though, just trying to be kind of consistent here. I know we can just breath both of these and they'll immediately collapse, but... I mean, good to go through the motions, right? Not that muscle memory is needed, but hey. You win! 11,000, almost 11,000 gold. 11,000 gold. Less BP? No, we actually need the BP. And nothing else. So we'll just take something. Take something. Absorb, wild, so we get more stats. And kind of sad we don't have rule. I think we also had an item as well, but it's a bit too late now. We can check this week, but I really should be checking my the consumable items that I can use. So 40 stamina, rule. I mean, we can just keep doing it. Just so we have less rule, because at this point, we don't need to eat anything else. So, I mean, having more rule would prevent disobeying turns that would lose me the run. I'm going crazy. That's not the right one. Not that we're getting that much more rule, but anything helps, right? Take stamina, pay Calico back, sorry. And you know what? I feel comfortable now. I think we're just gonna rush towards the... We're gonna rush towards goo, so... Hey, Arches! Yeah, not a lot to be expected. Max BP increased. Agility and evasion. I guess we're going full wind blade. I almost said wing blade. Wind blade. And if personality leans toward rule, I mean, I'll guess I'll read that later. Take resilience. Yeah, and one more shop day. So on the shop day, right before the final boss, I guess it's fine. Because, yeah, again, we're just picking non-calamities to rush towards the end here. Can't check the thingy for whatever reason. But yeah, we don't have enough stamina anyway. Hey, Ku, you have a lot of agility, I know. Never mind, we actually need more stamina. So, we'll just continue taking agility, for sure, but whether or not we use stamina here is another question. 15, 10. If we can get another of that. I know we saw Ulu Pika there, but shrug. I mean, we're going to visit the shop anyway, so actually we didn't need the stamina, but... Or it could have worked for Ulu Pika. But anyway, moving on. Oh, so close to 100,000 HP. Actually, was that... Did I get that achievement yet? If I didn't, I'm going to be very sad I didn't hit it, but... Guess it's too late. So, we'll just grab recovery. Again, just burn all your money. Because at this point, we don't need it anymore. Pretty sure. And if we somehow need it, well, I guess I'm going to learn if I need it. But, nothing. HP, shield, another shield, question mark? But I actually want to take it, so we'll take... no, actually, I don't think the boss is going to lower my accuracy. So, instead, we just take more recovery, and off we go. Thank you for allowing me to sell, now that it's pretty much pointless. Is that just on a base chance? Anywho. Or is that actually scale based on, hey, I'm at the end of the game. Haha, let's laugh in your face, says Calico. But, as we just make sure that we give ourselves a thing, we could take Curse. I think we still need Ice Veil if I'm remembering this correctly, but I mean, I would like to Wing Flap as well, see how well this works. If we actually needed to get rid of debuff, or be immune to debuffs, well, I guess we're gonna find out. Ku versus Goo. But really, yeah, we're gonna see if I need the Ice Veil. I don't even remember. I've played more than a few times at this point, and yet here I am not remembering. But as we sit here and wait, so Magic Chase, but we get to Windblade, and we can Wind Flap later, or we can strip buffs, which you probably want to do, because that buff is a thing before all actions. Choking on my own words. But, yeah, we can strip Magic Chase and go on with our lives. Cyclone, medium damage, but we want to take damage because we have Curse. And off we go. Ah, yes. All that recovery. And we kind of just sit here. Now, we have to take less damage. Actually, we have a better defense, but still. You know what? Yeah, let's take this in the face. Wait a second. Do I have a BP lowering passive, or did I actually accidentally take the wrong... Yeah, I did. I actually replaced my breath. Even though it says leave as is, I was supposed to change it back. Apparently? Question mark? Am I going crazy? Anywho. We do less damage with our breath, which is no goo, but we're doing Windblade for 15,000 damage. I'm not really going to be too mad. Which is because it's better than I get some turns when I don't have all my things set up. Yeah, we're just going to take this in the face. We can probably just take up, and especially if we end up healing here and there, we can just take, we can probably even take this breath in the face if we get the chance. Yeah, because we'll be able to Windblade next turn, so we can purposely just eat this Dragon Breath for the sake of casting. In fact, we even got a shield, so shrug. We don't need to reapply or extend Windblade right now. Is 7 turns the max? I guess I'm going to find out. So we deal 40,000 damage, and Goo deals a lot. Goodness gracious. Reapply Windblade. Oh, that strips our buffs as well, but I mean, it doesn't matter that much. Unless we don't heal, but then we have healing items anyway. Out of curiosity, how many healing items do we have? A lot. So, yeah, I'm not really too afraid. In fact, we don't even have our powered up curse yet, so we can just sit here and wait. Oh yeah, Heavy Fire is on a RNG. I could just check the skill, but shrug. You're going first anyway, so I'm just gonna Dragon Breath. And off we go. And yeah, we're taking damage from the thingamajiggy. They are inhumane, but until we can cross dimensions, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, so here's one I actually should heal, just to be safe. But then we'll defend properly. That we can do. Oh yeah, so this is, yeah, so literally it is the same one. I was like, why did I take so much damage? It's because it's literally the same, Durgan girl that you trained, which is why the breath is the way it is. For those who don't know, if this is one of your first Drapline videos from me, for whatever reason, yeah, I specifically named the breath that, and that's the effect that the breath does, like heavy damage based on intelligence, or massive damage based on intelligence. You get the point. I think our curse is reaching maximum threshold. But let's just be sure, yeah, let's just be sure we're not taking just a slap to the face before we curse out the boss. Figuratively. No, literally. I'm going crazy. Anywho. And this time, yeah, the gooey fight will now be a 75 lower damage breath for whatever reason. But hey, as we complete our training... yeah, not really much else to say. So 5... Does that include... I think that... Well, I'm going crazy. Anyway, moving on. I don't think that included the thingamajiggy. The secret quote, the extra boss. Lots of plant, but still close with Tori. Sadness. Well, off we go. The memories! But yeah, the last thing we do is just check the bonus screen. So, what do we take this time? Oh, so I did take both gold upgrades. I said I wanted to take all stats up, so we're gonna do that. But, without further ado, not really much else to say. If you have anything to say yourself, or you just want to support me, do whatever you want to do. Otherwise, I'm not gonna take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!